activating your child's pose. Pressing down through the palms, pushing the hands away. Feel that lengthening of the spine. Oh, I forgot the cat was in here. Sorry. And then lift your head, walk your hands over to the left, bring the right hand on top of the left hand. Just rest your head on your arms. And then slightly lift the right ribs, draw the right hip back, lengthening through the right side of the body. And then inhale, come back to center and walk your hands over to the right, left hand on top of right. Lengthening through the left side of the body. Inhale, come back to center. Come up onto hands and knees. Few rounds of cat-cow, just waking the spine up. Inhaling to look up, tailbone up. Exhale, rounding through the back. Letting the head hang. Following your own breath. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling to cat. And then coming back to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Take your right arm forward with the palm facing inwards. Take the left heel back. So don't lift the leg too high. You want to keep the heel in line with the hips. Flexing at that back foot, pushing through the heel, reaching through the fingertips, waking up your core. And exhale, tabletop. Inhale, take the right leg back, left arm forward. Keep the breath coming in nice and steady. And then changing. Left heel, right arm. Change. Last one each side. Change right arm, left heel. Left arm, right heel. And then come back to tabletop. Place your hands ready for down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Slowly walk your dog, but pay attention to your hands. They're really pressing down through the finger knuckles, the palm, and then bring more of the weight towards the index finger and the base of the thumb. And then pause with the left leg straight, press through the heel, right knee bent. Really pushing the floor away with the palms. And then change, right heel presses down, left knee bends. Feeling into the calves. And then down dog. And then rock forward, drop your knees. Keep your toes tucked under. Come to sit on your heels. But even spreading your toes a little, think if you can get every one of them to touch the mat. You can bring your weight forward if it's a bit too intense. Just helping to stretch the plantar fascia, that connective tissue along the bottom of the feet. And then rock forward, flatten the feet. So point your toes, press the tops of the feet down, sit back on your heels. Try and keep the heels rolling so they're upwards, not just letting them collapse out to the sides. And then we'll stretch the front of the ankles, so palms beside your thighs, lift your knees, press down through the tops of the feet. And then chins down, again tuck your toes. This time come up onto the balls of your feet. And then rocking the knees forward a little so they're not coming all the way down, just feeling as you stretch the toes. So you come from the ball of the foot onto the toes and rock back. And then drop your knees. Last time, stretch the front of the ankle. So sitting on your heels, press the tops of the feet down as you lift your knees. And then come forward to tabletop. The gastroc smashed. The gastrocnemius is the fat part of your calf. So lift the right leg so you can move that shin freely. And then turn the right shin so that you're pressing the shin bone down just below the fat bit of the calf where the Achilles inserts, and then sit down. And you don't have to sit all the way down. You can bob a little, you can rock a little. So you're using your right calf as a foam roller, pressing, just moving the shin around a little to feel into where you might, well, you'll know when you get to that bit where you're like, oh God, that's tight. And just pressing. And then come back to tabletop, other side. Giving the lower legs a bit of love this morning. Are you ready for all that dancing this weekend? Or lounging on the sofa? Okay, bring the hands forward, ready for down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Lower the left heel. So three-legged dog, leg goes straight up and back. Internal rotation of the right thigh. Lower the left heel. Push the floor away with your palms and don't let the head completely hang. Little tone in the neck. And now bend the right knee, stack the hips. So roll that knee up to the ceiling, opening through the right hip, looking under the right armpit. And then exhale, knee comes down, down dog. Other side, three-legged dog, left leg goes straight up and back. Internally rotate that thigh, push through the right heel. And then bend the left knee, roll the knee up to the ceiling. Open that left hip. And then exhale, down dog. Walk your hands towards your feet. Come to ragdoll, so separate the feet. Hang on to your elbows, tummy to thighs, the knees deeply bent, just let the head hang. And then shake the head, yes, no. And then slowly come to stand. And walk to the front of the mat. Standing mountain for a moment, so having a soft focus in front of you. And then from mountain, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, palms to touch. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, Down Dog. Breath nice and deep. And then inhale to come forward. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Then inhaling to Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale to Down Dog. 3 breaths. Inhale to come forward to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Standing mountain. Take the weight into your right foot, left knee up, step back to triangle, Trikonasana. Draw up through the thighs, straight legs, arms go wide. And then right side body long, draw up through the thighs, reach and tip. Stay here for 3 breaths. So gently pressing or rolling the right hip under the right glute. Leaning back, turn the head to look up, but shoulders away from ears. Just fine tuning. And then lifting through the top hand on an inhale. Arms go wide. Exhale, hands to hips, turn the feet parallel. 5-pointed star, bring the arms wide. We really feel the drawing up through the core, the thighs, reaching out through the fingertips. And then exhale, hands to hips, halfway forward fold. So you're just going to come to, turning the heels out, come to halfway. So feeling the backs of the thighs, the inner thighs as your gaze goes down, draw up through the core. Then inhale to stand, 5-pointed star. So it's just really reaching out to the extremities, Then exhale, hands to hips. Turn the left foot to the back of the mat. Triangle, left side. Lift through the thighs, take the arms wide. Draw the right hip back, reach over the left leg and tip. If you want to with triangle, you can always have a block either on the inside or the outside. You can press down into it, but try not to just lean on the shin so you're pushing through the back of the knee, just touching the hand to the inside of the leg so you can expand through the chest. Turning that head to look up. Then inhale, lift through the top arm, arms go wide, hands to hips, turn the feet parallel. Draw up through the core and then exhale, hinge to halfway. Draw the tailbone up behind you, navel in, and then exhale, fingertips down. So the hands are under shoulders, but feel now the weight rock forward so you're more towards the balls of your feet. And then bring your palms down, or you can press into the block. So now you can feel an inner hug of the forearms and an inner hug of the shins. So try not to let the feet roll outwards. You're pressing evenly through the sole of the feet. Start to curl inwards, draw the crown of the head down. If you can, you'll slide your palms back, so fingertips are in line with toes. Hug those elbows towards each other. Curling inwards. Really drawing up through the thighs, the core. And then inhale, come to fingertips. Straighten the spine, so look up, draw the shoulder blades down your back. Micro bend in your knees. To bring hands to hips, exhale here. And then inhale all the way up. Bring your feet together. And step back to the front of the mat. Give the legs a little shake. Then sit down on the mat. Little twist. So left leg bend, bring the heel to the outside of the opposite buttock. Bring the shin in, the leg in, or bring the foot across. Sit up nice and tall. You're going to hug left arm around right knee, right hand behind you. Squeeze chest and thigh towards each other as you lift up through the crown of your head. Exhale, revolve. Soften the shoulders. The next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, change. Squeeze, knee to chest, exhale, revolve. A lovely stretch for the hip, the glute. Little squeeze of the internal organs. So twists are nice in the morning. Just to get things moving. And then inhale, come back to center. Come into a cross-legged position. Hands to thighs, sit nice and tall. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste, friends.